DT family, the plane is about to take off. Please buckle your seatbelt and enjoy this video. Good morning, DT family. Today is Tuesday, March the 15th, and it's about 7 minutes after 8 a.m. and I'm actually leaving for the court for the hearing with my tenant from hell. Hopefully she's gonna show up, and so that we have some advances into the hearing. Last time she came and gave all kinds of excuses. So, we see what other excuse she has this morning. School bus is coming. So just after this like this, you go right during my nieces.
In 1.4 miles, turn left onto Shamet Road. In 900 feet, turn right into the parking lot.
I think we are arriving at 8:29, just as the GPS predicted.
Turn right into the parking lot. You've entered the parking lot for your destination.
So here we are. I take 15 minutes to do some of the things. It's 9:45. Just as I told you, my tenant from hell did not show up in court this morning. And she got a bullshit social worker right crap that she was admitted into a hospital and is scheduled to be released today. So we have the case rescheduled for the 29th of this month. So we pleaded for the judge to enter default, and the judge said
turn right onto Dedham Street,
which I understand why the judge did not enter a default. This is the second time she's decided not to show up in court and say
1.4 miles, turn left onto Washington
and
Street.
say, well, she was admitted into the hospital, blah 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 blah. I try as much as possible, even though I feel a kind stress up with it, but it is always important to stay calm and cool and collected. And since it's getting to the wire, it is important to stay focused, alert, and so you can get over with it. If I can get her on video, which I'm going to search, then I can prove that this lady is nothing but a cheater. DT family, I must tell you this. This morning you see me rushing to the court to have a hearing with my tenant from hell, and one of the things I suggested way back to my attorney is that she might not show up based on the ambulance she called for an emergency. She's played the same trick before and never showed up in court. The judge has no way to know, so they postponed the case. So they've been doing that for a long time now. But this time something happened. Her social worker wrote a letter to the judge and said Jane Doe was admitted to the hospital and wouldn't be able to attend the hearing of this morning, and that she would be discharged from the hospital today. She pulled another fast one. Behold, as I was looking through, this lady was in one of the videos taking her mails and looking at the mails and looking at her watch, getting into the house. Guess the timestamp on that video. March 14, 4:12 p.m. That was yesterday. So this lady could not attend the case of today at 9 a.m. because, as we are told, she was in the hospital and would be discharged today. Something was fishy with the letter anyways, because the letter was written by the social worker. The letter should have been written by the doctor, the treating doctor at the hospital. That's how it's done. If you are hospitalized at the hospital, they need a letter from the hospital. The judge accepted the letter instead of accepting a letter from the hospital. Anyone can pose as the social worker and write any bullshit. But when it comes from the hospital with a timestamp, that is legit. So the judge accepted a fake letter written by an imposter who is her social worker. She showed up last time and said she had a social worker, but because it was Zoom, we never saw the social worker on video. So it appears she just made stuff up that I have my social worker here, because the attorney said, I want to speak to the social worker. He said, no, you do not. You're not going. Then he asked, then why is the social worker in court? Comment what you think the judge should do. I have a lot of ideas running through my head. I've incurred so much bill from this crap, from this ordeal. So anybody who presents himself or herself at the hospital as an emergency is treated as such until the hospital can rule that it's not an emergency. That's the law. So if you call if I sit here now and call an ambulance that I have an emergency and I need to go to the hospital, the ambulance will come and collect me and take me to the hospital. They will take their own vital signs to make sure that it's not a heart attack and all that. But at the end, the hospital will be the one to rule whether it's an emergency or not an emergency. And even if it is not an emergency, they don't tell you that, no, you don't have an emergency. They'll explain the problem. If you say, well, I was having maybe a headache, they'll say, well, you had a headache, we're going to give you some Tylenol, you're going to go home, we've checked and nothing is wrong with you. If you have this pain again, please don't hesitate to come to the hospital. And then you go home. And that's what happened with her. She left, and after that she came. When she comes home, she covers her face, covers her head, and gets into the room. And then was staying with probably somebody says it's the dad. I don't know whether it's her dad or so. If you have your dad around, you should have a place to stay. You can't have your dad around and then Come on, you've been living in public housing for 26 years since she was 22. What type of crap is that? Honest people are working very hard and paying taxes. Craps like them are consuming. And she works 24/7. She pays $175, which is about maybe 10% of or 7% of the rent that she's supposed to pay. And you know how she pays it? By money order. Yay, DT family. What are we gonna do with this tenant from hell? Tell me. Subscribe to my channel. Hit like. Hit the bell. Comment. And share.